Okay. So there we go. So yes, yesterday my live was done vertically, and today I was able to get it horizontally because I had the auto rotate on my phone shut off. So yes, this morning I was looking around and just seeing, okay, how does this thing work, and how can I get this back into landscape view? And so here I am. So today we're going to talk about, are you fear-based or are you a solution-based individual? And moving forward, I've been reading quite a few posts in quite a few groups where solutions are being offered to the individuals, especially the ladies, and they're looking for the quick fix rather than a long-term solution to an issue that has been ongoing, it seems like, for years. So if you don't know me, my name is Gloria Savanto. I do live out here in Alberta, Canada, and it is a snowy, blowy day here today. And after this, I will be taking the pup for a quick walk. I don't know how cold it'll be on her feet, but it is what it is. She's going to have to get used to it. So if we have not met before, and this might be the first time you actually are watching, welcome to the page, and leave me a message, or let me know in the replay, and I can reach out back to you. So the purpose of this is to help the ladies figure out and navigate social media strategies using authentic tips and tricks in order to attract more people to your page and possibly have people join your organization. Yes, I am no different. I am doing the same thing, but I am busy. I have calls quite a bit coming in because people are now reaching out, believe it or not, at this time of the year. They're reaching out and they want to know, how can we help them move forward so this time next year they're not facing the same situation. So yes, are you solution based or are you fear based? It's quite interesting. The comments that I'm reading and some of the responses that I'm getting, it's almost like they're looking for a lottery win, or they're looking for a quick, easy solution to a long-term problem. So let's put this in perspective. So you're a baker, and or you think you're a baker. I'm not a baker. I don't bake, but I cook. Do you go for the first packaged thing that you can pull out of your cupboard, or are you willing to lay out your countertop with ingredients, start from scratch, and it could take you 2 hours? Like the other day, my chicken cacciatore took probably all in all about, I would have to say, 45 minutes to an hour before I was able to chop up everything and sear the chicken and all. I took the time. Because when I make my homemade chicken cacciatore, it is made from scratch. How many ladies here will go and buy the jarred spaghetti sauce and the chicken breast, and they think, oh, they made a homemade meal because they might have thrown in some peppers or some mushrooms and called it a day. Here's the difference. Okay, the difference is the amount of time that you're going to put into something, and the results at the end of it is like baking. You cannot bake a cake from a box and expect to get something made from scratch and have it taste the same. I know the advertisements will tell you, it tastes just like homemade, and just add a couple of eggs and some oil and away you go. And here's a can of frosting, and let's just call it a day. It is not the same. So solution-based individuals are the ones that are actually reaching out to me because these ladies want to learn. Okay, and this is because they're coachable and they're teachable. They want to learn from the ground up how to create something that is going to sustain them over the long period of time, or the long run. The other ones are reaching out saying, okay, maybe I should just set up a GoFundMe account and just have people contribute to a GoFundMe account, and then I can use the funds to save my home, or help me get the divorce, or whatever the case may be. They're looking for quick, easy fixes rather than doing the hard legwork themselves. I guess I'm kind of a pro at that. Because when I went through my divorce, foreclosure, and bankruptcy, that was all in a matter of 6 months. I had to do the legwork, and I was still working 20 hours a day. So there was a lot of phone conversations, between the lawyer and stuff. Nobody was paying my bills. I mean, this isn't a pity party or anything, but the legwork and the hard work that you put in, guess what? It adds to an experience and your story that you can help then somebody else say, okay, but you've got to put in the time. You've got to put in the legwork. It's not easy. So when you plan your wedding, A lot of people plan their weddings better than they do plan their lives. A lot of people plan their 2-week vacations more than they do their lives. And because it's exciting, it's exciting. Weddings are exciting. Holidays are exciting, especially when you're going to, say, a foreign destination or someplace new, someplace you've never been before. But when we ask them to sit down and actually plan out their next 6 months to a year, 2 to 5 years from now, they're like, well, I don't want to do that. Well, let's throw some exciting stuff into the mix. Okay, so let's give them a solution. The comments is just unbelievable that I've been getting to the point of hostility. And is it because of the sign of the times? Is it because we've adapted to an instant world where we no longer have to wait in line at a bank on a Friday to deposit that check? No, we were given an ATM card. We can go take out money or deposit it. Well, any time of the day. We have access any time of the day. You want a meal today, you can go out and eat. You want instant food, you just pull a box out and you make it. We have learned to cut down on certain aspects of our lives because for some reason we think we've gotten busier. Well, we haven't gotten busier. We're trying to cram in so much in a day that we have forgotten to actually figure out how to live. And this is the portion of this video that I really wanted to bring forward and just say, listen, you need to pull some reins back and you need to remember where your parents or your grandparents might have come from. And, that's a lot of hard work. That's a lot of hard labor. I don't haul water here anymore. I have an automatic washer, like a washing machine and a dryer. I don't have to hand wash my clothes because believe it or not, I still have a wring or washer machine in the garage in the event. Who wants to do that in the wintertime? Nobody wants to do that. And then, you can hang them on the clothesline, but in -11 temperatures, it'll freeze. It's not going to dry. And yet a lot of individuals are like, they're kind of taking the situation that we're in for granted. And they're like, okay, well, it's instant. But I want more instant stuff in my life. And this is coming down to career replacement. Where can I increase my income? And what can I do to make things better for myself? Well, look at this. Ange from New Zealand. Well, hey, lady, long time no see. And, I can't even imagine. Ange, let me know what time it is there. Awesome. Thank you for jumping in. So when we talk about this, when we talk about building something, or a passive or residual income over a long period of time, a person has to put in their time before this happens. So what do I mean by that? Okay, so you're going to invest some money, not much. You're going to invest some money every month. Okay, you're going to learn the system as you go. You're going to attract people to you, and you're going to attract people who are very close in who you are, what you stand for, and what your beliefs are. If you try to attract somebody who is not of your tribe, it's going to be a hard run, and then they'll eventually leave. For instance, I'm not big on religion, but I am huge in spirituality. So in order to attract people to my page, are these people going to be Catholic or Christian or Baptist even? Okay. I grew up in a religious household. My brother is an ordained minister, but him and I are like oil and water because I know the path I need to take. I know what I need to do, and I know what I need to do moving forward. So here's Ange. It's 6:09 a.m. They're definitely long time no see, and you're looking great. Well, you know what, Ange, your pictures on Facebook, you're looking awesome too, but 6:09 a.m. So it is what, Tuesday? What day is it for me? Tuesday. So it must be Wednesday for you. It must be Wednesday for you already. Anyways, long time no see. Yeah, it's snowing here, Ange, and it's cold and all this other stuff. So yes, we have Chantel jumping in as well, waving a hi. Awesome. So are you willing to go through the pressure test and the threshold in order to get something that is going to show you some results in, say, a year or 2 years? And will it matter to you that all of a sudden, say, for instance, I'm building your team and I'm building this team for you, and you don't know where these people are coming from, but because I know the people that are reaching out to me and I'm finding out what their backgrounds are, I'm positioning these people in my downline with who I think they're going to be a better match with according to the beliefs and the value system. I'm not just going to willy-nilly throw somebody in under somebody else when I know that these two aren't going to get along, because they need to learn to work together, talk to each other, be friends on Facebook, and find out what is going to be their path and what their goals and strategy and everything else is moving forward. So it is highly unlikely. It's highly unlikely that those who are looking for a solution are going to ignore what I do. But those who are fear-based and they're like, I can't make it, I can't do this, I'm at my threshold, understand something. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because what this is going to do is that you're going to come out, because your back is already against the wall, and you're going to come out and you're going to come out fighting, because you're going to start to fight for your future. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. Yes, it's Wednesday here, and thank you. Yeah, Ange, awesome. Well, that's awesome that you're watching me live, Ange. You must be getting ready to go to work there or something. Because today's not a day off for you. And New Zealand, you guys aren't in lockdown, but I know Australia just went back into a lockdown. So that's good on New Zealand. So yes, I have other women reaching out to me, and they're doing it in private messenger. And some of the comments I'm getting is that I am married, not happily, and I have no spark in my life, but I want what you do. So I'm like, okay, well, if you want what I do, and that's the solo travel, a lot of people are reaching out to me about my solo travel and my adventures that I've been able to take since I was a child. How did you do it? Because I didn't have my parents' support. I was working almost full time at the time, and I have learned to replace actually trading my time for money, for where I do the time in my house. And this is how I generate an income. So the women who are at home and they don't know where their next paycheck or whichever is coming from, I can teach you how to do this, because if the husband is away from home, it is something that you can do without him knowing. Okay, if you have your own income, it's something that you can do without him knowing. And if it's not going to be detrimental to your long-term financial health, it is definitely something that you can do. And you can create this and build this on the side without anybody else knowing what you're doing. Okay, so what comments here? Yep. Morning routine, coffee and all that goodness before I get ready for work. And, come and see what I'm doing. Okay, come and see what I'm doing, because I know you were my business partner in the other opportunity, and yet this you can do as well. And believe it or not, I can place you under another girl who was in the organization that we were with, because you would fit her age group a little bit better. And we can help you get your thing getting built up there. One of my big direct uplines is actually in New Zealand. So you'd be able to catch those calls live, where I have to catch them on the replay. And then we have Chantel. It being brave. Yes, it is being brave. Okay, so that's the whole thing, is learning to just step out of your comfort zone, and whatever your comfort zone is going to be, well, I don't want to do this, but I want the resources. Like I said, I'm going to set up a GoFundMe account, and let's just see what that does for me, because I'm too lazy to get off my rear end to actually become coachable and teachable again in life. And I don't want the struggle and, yeah, I'm good, I'm whatever. But you know what? You're not good. Okay, there's a lot of ladies I'm reading in the groups who are not good. They're panicking. They don't know what to do for, say the Christmas season coming up. And I said, stop buying gifts. Why don't you learn how to make something? Because, where we can get back to the beginning of this go live is that you have, you can make a recipe from scratch. Chantel, she's an awesome cook. She's the young little Martha Stewart coming up in the world. I mean, this lady's hopping. And, you can either do it from scratch, or you can just go, yeah, I'm good, I'll just go to the store and go buy it. That's what's separating a lot of us from the pack. If you are willing to put in the time and do things from scratch, build things up from scratch, network on social media, because we're all on it anyways, and then you know what, reach out to another individual and just say, hey, you know what, I mean, this would be good for you. I've got girls coming on, and they're like, well, 24 years marriage, I want out. Another one of my business partners just left a marriage of 50 years. She married the guy at 17. She was born out in Newfoundland, and 67, she just walked. And that's 50 years, 50 years of being with this one individual. And she said, enough is enough. I want my freedom. I want the life you've got. I want your enthusiasm. I want everything you've got. Show me what I got to do. And I'm like, okay. All right. Now this is going to be a hard go because she has no idea about some of the things that we need to do. But I do have a leg that is for people who are 60 and over. I'm willing to help train them from the ground up, how to do Canva, how to set up a business page, how to do your posts, and all this other fun stuff. So comments, let's get caught up on here. Have you got a new gig going on now? Absolutely, Chantel, I do. That was the group that I invited you to, and that you said you didn't have time to watch the videos, but that's what I've got going on now. Chantel, love it. Yes, thank you. Yes, well, Chantel, you're the little Martha Stewart. You're just running around this county all over the place like a mad woman because you're dealing with your kids and your gardens and your plants. I mean, I got plants happening here, and you have inspired me to actually step up my game on my inside plants, because I look around now and I'm thinking if Chantel saw this plant, she'd stroke out. Because I mean, I usually just place them and forget about them for the winter. That's what I normally do. So I'm learning to step up my game from some of the younger people. I'm not going to say, oh, I can't be bothered. It's dead. Let's just throw it out. Well, I've always tried to revive some plants and bring them back, but it's Chantel who's helping me through her posts and stuff that I can do this too. I can actually do this too. So moving forward, opportunities are everywhere. Something that you can do from your home, something simple, and something that is not going to actually interfere with what you're already doing. It doesn't interfere with anything. The only thing that you probably need to do if you join the organization that I'm with is that you need to watch a couple of videos throughout the week, because they post updates. There's a lot of updates. Ange, I know you're familiar with Helen Martin. Believe it or not, she is my coach now. Helen Martin is my coach. So of course I'm already following Helen Martin. Of course I'm already in her community. So now I just see more of her, which is, for me, it's just a no-brainer. To go with somebody who I've been following for over a year and a half to join her organization was a no-brainer. And now I'm getting her mentorship and her coaching for free, because I joined her organization. Whereas if I did not join her organization, the deal was it was $280 US an hour for her to come and look at my business page. Now I get it for free. So there are advantages, and there are structures, and there are strategies in order for you to just move forward. You just need to reach out and just say, hey, okay, I want to do what you're doing. And yes, that's awesome. It's absolutely, Ange. It's phenomenal. So yes, I have a call with Helen Martin today at 5:30 for a new lady that I had signed up, who actually lives in Ontario, Canada. She is also 66 years old, stagnant marriage, wants to learn how she can create her thing on the side, and she's very coachable and very teachable at the age of 66. She's a little bit higher up than the other two of the older folks that I have in that leg. But like I said, individuals who join my leg, like the two young girls here, if they were to come on and join me, they would go in my other leg, which is 55 and under. And because we have some social media skills, and because we kind of already know what we're doing, and I believe, Ange, you still have a business page up and running that maybe you haven't used in a while, but it's there. You're access to that already, and you already understand how to do that. And this is where I'm dividing up my time. I am dividing up my time. Go you. Are you still doing the other opportunity that we used to do? No, I'm not, even though I shouldn't say 100% no, because Ange, we were given our IDs. We do have access to their back office, so we can promote the same system that we were doing before. It's just that now we've cut out the middleman. That's all we've done, is we've cut out the middleman. So we can still go and promote that back office. We can still promote those systems. It's just that we've just cut out the middleman. We've just cut out how it moves upline. Now it's almost like we're the subcontractor for them instead of us paying an upline. So yep, you haven't used it in a long time. Time for all that to change, though. Yeah, slowly but surely. And reach out to me after this go live, because we can have a little chat about that. So where are you going to be? Are you solution based, or are you still going to be going in fear about your future and where things are going to be going? Because this is the new normal. I have a funny feeling that there's going to be a lot of industries that are going to be shutting up their doors, and things are not going to be good moving forward. And we're going to be probably returning back to either the barter system, or we're going to be looking at where people, it's not going to be a door-to-door thing like it was back in the day. How many people know Electrolux salesmen that came to their door when they were kids and they were selling us those Electrolux vacuum cleaners? And if you bought the whole vacuum, you got that fancy little attachment box that came with it that was used as a bench that many women had at their front door that you could sit on. How many people remember that? How many people? I grew up in a house where we bought from door-to-door salesmen. Our milk guy, me growing up in the West End of Edmonton, was a door-to-door salesman. And it was the same with the dry cleaners. Todd's Dry Cleaners in Edmonton was actually a door-to-door salesman. And he would go door-to-door saying, do you need dry cleaning? This is how they did it back in the day. There was no social media. TV advertising cost too much. So it was back in the day. So Chantel, I can barter. Yeah. And this is the new normal. Yeah, well, unfortunately it is. So we look at all the individuals who actually did that. So it's not going to be door to door. It's just on social media. This is how we're replacing it. So that's going to be my quick go live for today. So think about this, solution-based or fear-based. And out of the friends and your circle of 5, how many of them are solution-based and how many of them are still fear-based, or they're just in between, like they're just whatever. I know if I get broke, I have a couch, I can go couch surfing. So you've got this in-between group. The ladies that I'm with online are solution-based. My family and my associates are fear-based. So I juggle a lot of this. I juggle a lot. So I don't listen to the fear. I see it on social media. I see it in their posts, but I don't listen to that because I'm still with a solution-based company and I'm still with Helen Martin. So I understand what it means to create a solution for those who are also looking for this as well. So again, that's going to be my go live for today, ladies. Thank you for joining. Again, if you don't know me, my name is Gloria Savanto. I am out here in snowy Alberta, Canada. And thank you for joining, and you will see me tomorrow. All right. Have an awesome day. Okay. Bye.